CIG has confirmed something that changes the way they do things on Star Citizen forever, and honestly, a lot of people aren't talking about it. There's one ship coming, the last ship of its kind that we'll ever get in the game, and after this one, an entire era of how Star Citizen has been built for over a decade just ends. That's it. It's done. Never again. And I'll get to that ship in just a moment. It's number one on my list today, but I'm not going to tell you which one it is yet because honestly, if you've been paying attention to this game, you might be able to figure it out right away. And if you did, let me know in the comment section below. This is my real top 5 most anticipated ships in Star Citizen right now. It's not a list that's on Reddit that's trending or what the algorithm wants me to say. It's literally my list. And what's crazy is 2 of these ships I have a very personal reason for being hyped about, and you'll see why when we get there. But we got to start at number 5. Number 5 is the Anvil Legionnaire. I already know what some of you are going to say in the comments. It's a tiny ship. Why is it on the list? Well, size doesn't matter. No, but here's why the Anvil Legionnaire isn't about the ship itself. It's about what the ship unlocks. This thing is a dedicated boarding vessel. Its entire job is to fly up to another ship, hack the docking collar, and dump Marines directly into the enemy hull. That's the whole pitch. But the gameplay systems it needs, ship-to-ship docking, hacking, FPS combat to a contested ship, well, those aren't just ready yet. And we've been waiting for it, but maybe the command module has a little bit of something to do with it. I feel like they're getting close, and I think when the Legionnaire drops, there's going to be an entire group of people that are going to have a lot of fun with this playstyle. It's been promised since the Kickstarter boarding, but it finally becomes real, I think, pretty soon. And honestly, I'm a big fan of boarding because FPS is probably one of my strong suits, and if I can board a ship instead of utilizing my terrible skill in ship-to-ship combat, I will be much better off and an actual asset to my org, which I'm the High Admiral of. So the last one was the Legionnaire, and honestly, I don't think a ton of people are hyped about the Legionnaire. In fact, a lot of people don't even like FPS combat, but number 4 is a ship that a lot of you are hyped about, and honestly, I'm hyped now too. Remember when I said at the start of the video that there was 2 ships that I had a very personal reason for being hyped about? Well, this is one of them, and here's why. Someone in my community that has been a massive support to not only me, but my org, has gifted me an Ironclad assault, and that's going to be number 4. They spent real money on me, a guy who just makes Star Citizen content, and it's not just any ship, it's the Ironclad Assault, one of the ships I'd been talking about for weeks. They were paying attention, they knew exactly what I wanted and needed, and they did it for me. Thank you so much, and you know who you are. I'm not going to say your name here, but you are a beloved member of our community. So let me actually talk about the ship before I get too in my feelings, because there's a lot to be hyped about here. The Ironclad Assault is a combat-focused variant of Drake's new heavy hauler. It trades some cargo capacity for heavier turret coverage, and this is the part that matters to me. A dedicated repair bay. As engineering gameplay rolls out, having a ship that can pull damaged vessels in and patch them up in the field is going to be massively valuable. That's the playstyle I love to live in, and this is all coming in 4.8. And to be honest with you, that base variant of the Ironclad, too much cargo for me. I don't want to be a dedicated hauler. So again, the person that got me this knew me very, very well. This Ironclad Assault is going to probably be my daily driver for the foreseeable future, and I'm excited about it. But here's my favorite fact about this ship. It was originally concepted with 1,152 SU of cargo. During development, the team removed some internal ladders, which meant they didn't need walkways anymore, which also meant that they could expand the cargo hold, and the Assault variant ended up with 1,440 SU. Just by removing some ladders. The base Ironclad jumped from 1,536 to over 2,200 the same way. That's the kind of behind the scenes detail that I love about how this game is built. They adapt on the fly, and they've been creating some of the best ships they've ever created as of recent. And then, of course, you can't stop talking about the command module. The front section of the Ironclad can detach and operate as its own ship. So picture this, right? You're running a bunker mission. You don't want to land your massive hauler in some hostile zone, so you just detach the command module, fly it down to the mission, redock, and the main hull is still in orbit. That to me is so amazing. I just want, like, it makes me want to get out of bed for this game. It is beautiful. The expected release window is DefenseCon in May. It's been deep in the gray box for a while now, but all signs are pointing to this ship actually coming out soon. And I know you guys are hyped for it. Let me know if you have one in the comment section. So it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for number 3. I wonder if you guys agree with this list so far. If you do, let me know. The Galaxy, the RSI Galaxy, is on this list for one reason and one reason only: modularity. Here's the thing about Star Citizen ships. Most of them, they just do one thing, you know, like that's it. The Hull C hauls cargo. The Apollo is a medical ship. The Orion is a mining platform, from what I understand. You buy the ship and you commit to the gameplay loop, and that's your role. That's it. The Galaxy throws that entire model out the window. This ship is built around a configurable midsection that swaps out professional grade modules. Same hull, completely different ship, depending on what you bolt into it, of course. And right now, there are 4 modules confirmed. Module 1 is cargo, 512 SCU, which actually matches up to the Hull B that was recently released. Tractor cranes built in, and an industrial lift to move freight on and off. And also a deployable hangar for vehicles or smaller ships. You want to run logistics? Well, the Galaxy becomes a long-haul freighter. Module number 2 is a med bay. Tier 1, 2, and 3 medical beds are essential. A life lift to safety, deliver injured personnel directly into the bay, direct hangar access. Your Galaxy literally becomes a frontline mobile hospital. The kind of ship that turns a hot zone into a survivable zone. Module 3 is going to be refinery. Dual processors that refine raw ore at the push of a button, command console for entire operation, and then you can stick a golem in the back. It's incredible for anyone looking to mine. Drop off your mining bags and continue to mine. I think you can actually have 2 golems in the back, by the way. And then there's Module 4, a base building module. A large drone deployment system that lets the Galaxy construct base structures up to the size of large. This was confirmed by John Crew on Spectrum after the Starlancer BLD reveal caused some controversy in the community. And it changes what the Galaxy fundamentally is, because now the Galaxy isn't just a multi-role logistics ship, it's a multi-role logistics ship that can build the base you're hauling supplies to. Goodness me, that's so cool. You mine all day in a golem, you stick the bags in the back of the Galaxy, then you go drop it off of your base and you continue to mine all day with the golem. And you could probably keep the Galaxy in orbit the entire time. Oh man, I'm sorry, I just love this game. And CIG just confirmed the Galaxy as the headliner ship for the next IAE. Only the best ships are headliners for IAE, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you got one of these early, because I think this price is going to skyrocket. I could be wrong though. You know, don't take that as financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. So you got a ship that can be 4 completely different things headlining the biggest event on the Star Citizen calendar, or one of the biggest. I think May is pretty big too. With confirmation that more modules are coming after the first 4. This is the kind of ship that doesn't just join your fleet, it replaces half of it. All right, so that was number 3, the RSI Galaxy. Now we have to get to number 2, and I really need to talk about this one. Remember how I said 2 of those ships were personal? Well, this is the second one, and this one hit me just as hard as the first one did. God is good, man. God is good. Since switching to Star Citizen as my main game back in August, he has sent me the most incredible community I could ever ask for, and I do not deserve them. A shout out to you guys. If you've been around this channel for a while, you know that base building is the thing for me. I love base building, and I cannot wait for it. It is what I want to do in this game more than anything else. More than combat, more than hauling, more than mining. I want to build something. And thankfully, I've got the org of Believe Nation to do that. Shout out to you guys over at Believe Nation. I want to pick a spot. I want to build an outpost that's mine and then grow that into one day building a space station. This is what hooked me from the beginning. When I watched that 2024 CitizenCon, this is what really got me excited about the game. And yeah, I just told you the Galaxy can build bases too. That's true. But the Galaxy is a multi-role ship. And you know what it's like to be good at a lot of things, but not the master at one. Well, this ship, it's the master of one thing, and that's building. It's the Pioneer. The Pioneer was designed for building from the ground up. It's the entire reason for its existence. It's to land on a planet, construct outposts, and also construct space stations. And this concept was released over a decade ago. So let me give you a little quick history lesson. The Pioneer was first sold as a concept ship at CitizenCon 2947. That was 2017, so not over a decade. It was 9 years ago. Okay, mathematicians. This ship has been sitting in concept for longer than some of you have been playing Star Citizen. It's been sitting in concept for longer than my daughter's been born. Wow. Okay. It's because base building wasn't a feature in the game. There was nothing for the Pioneer to do. Well, guess what landed in 4.7? Crafting. And building is right there on the 1.0 feature list. I genuinely think we're gonna see this ship come into the game by the end of this year, maybe the beginning of next year. And the gameplay loop I've been waiting for years is about to happen. Ultima Online was my very first MMORPG. Let me know in the comment section below if you played Ultima as well. It was a game in 1999, and honestly, it's the grandfather of all MMOs. And they did a really good job with the housing system. Your house was a plot of land in the world. You could put vendors outside of it. You could have people walk by and go to your vendors to buy some of your items. And inside your house, you could decorate it, completely personalized for yourself. And honestly, that was the magic of it. You'd have all your achievements, all your decorations, all in the house so that you could have a place to kind of show off your history in the game. And I loved the way that was done. Now, some other MMOs have come kind of close to that, which is really good, but none at the scale of Star Citizen and what it's about to do with base building. So this game really just excites me in terms of base building. Yes, there is a discrepancy with the base rating and, shards and all of that stuff, but I'm sure they will figure that out. But regardless, it is just such an incredibly fascinating thing to me to really prepare for. And I'm genuinely so excited for what they have planned. And if you haven't watched it, go watch CitizenCon 2024, or even watch my reaction to it on this channel. I can have that in the description below as well. Now, again, this ship was gifted to me, and I could never afford a ship like this without that happening. So I've got to give a shout out to this person. Both of these people I'm going to keep anonymous, of course, but they have been a really incredibly big gift to me, and I thank God for them, honestly, every day. And I thank God for this channel and of course my stream, but I'm just so blessed, right? And I hope that with this org that I've created and with my stream, I can put smiles on all of your faces too when base building comes and we can build bases together. And maybe I can use my Pioneer to go ahead and help you build your base. But regardless, it's just incredible that these two people, along with everyone that supports me on my Twitch channel, is just such a incredible blessing. I have no words for it. I'm choking at the words. So let's move on, but very excited for the Pioneer. We got to go to number one, and I'm honestly so excited to see this ship. It's going to be a concept, of course, but it's going to be CIG's last concept. And if you haven't guessed it yet, yes, it's the battle cruiser. Now, I can't show you the concept art for this ship, and I can't tell you the manufacturer. I can guess. I think it's going to be Anvil, but I can't tell you the specs or the crew size or the weapons or anything like that, any of the specs, but it's number one because of what it represents. On the same Star Citizen Live where they talked about the Galaxy, the devs casually dropped one of the biggest pieces of news this community has gotten in years. They confirmed the existence of one final unrevealed ship from the original crowdfunding era, a battle cruiser. The last one, the very last unrevealed concept from the early Kickstarter days. And of course, with Jared and Benoit on a more recent Star Citizen Live, they confirmed it will be revealed in Invictus this year, which is going to be in May. The crazy thing is that they stated this will be the last concept ship ever, and it really goes to show how CIG have changed. And I think a lot of people still give them a hard time for some reason, but I truly think CIG are going in the right direction of how they do things. It's no longer massive promises like 2024 CitizenCon. You can tell the last CitizenCon Direct was very direct, and it told us exactly what was coming this year. And in fact, a lot of that stuff we already have. And I just really like this way of doing things because less people will be aggravated when, you know, bugs happen and stuff that happens in game development happens. So I'm glad they're taking this approach, and this ship right here really solidifies that approach. So that's my list: Legionnaire, Ironclad Assault, Galaxy, Pioneer, and Battle Cruiser. 5 ships I genuinely cannot wait to see land in the verse this year. Well, maybe not this year for all of them. But honestly, after making this video, I realized something. This list isn't about the ships. It's about the fact that I'm still sitting here with 2 of these ships in my hangar that I didn't even buy myself. People that watch me every day, strangers until they met me, decided I was worth that. Some idiot sitting on a chair playing a video game. So thank you to the 2 people who gifted me the ships, and to everyone watching this video who's a part of this little corner of the community we're building. I want you to know that you guys are important to me. But I also want to know, enough of the sappiness, what your top 5 ships look like. Drop them in the comment section below. Tell me which ones you agree with, which ones you'd rather swap out, and which ones I'm maybe sleeping on. I try to read every single comment. If you got something out of this, of course, hit the like button, guys. It really helps out a lot. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video from me again. And of course, 07s, God bless, and I'll see you in the verse.